Hello and welcome back to Quantum Suicide. On the last episode, we got our new teams for, Bidding Wars. I was going to say Bidiots, playing Jackbox recently. Funnily enough, we weren't even playing that game on Jackbox, but yeah. But anyway, so Yoshiki, the Vogel twins, and myself versus Melody, the captain, Shizuka, and Vladimir. Apparently it was Yoshiki and not Beatrix, Yoshiki and Melody who broke the rules. So, time to see who dies. Anyway.
As I'm sure you are already aware, the rule forbidding communication between teams has been broken, which is why you've all been summoned here this morning.
Hooray. Di was looking around the room at the crew when she stopped and focused on Beatrix.
Oh, dearie me, Trixie. You're looking a bit rough around the edges this morning.
I just wish the people would have the courtesy to break the rules at a more sensible hour.
Oh, Trixie, you're such a hoot. Well, I'd say that's more than enough pleasantries for now. On to the punishment.
Just punish me! I'm the one who broke the rules! Please, die!
How noble of you, Yoshiki. Luckily, we don't have anything to worry about.
I already told you that this is a team sport.
Then you punish our team.
I'm afraid that's not possible, for you see, the punishment is...
She left a dramatic pause that seemed to last hours.
the deletion game!
Then the silence again. What?
Huh? It's a shame to bring things forward, but Yoshiki and Melody gave me no choice. We are forced to hold the next round right now.
Okay.
Now? It's not even 6 o'clock.
So
We are all tired.
And hungry.
We are not prepared. We have not agreed on a final strategy.
well, that's not my fault now, is it?
The captain scrambled to buy all of us more time.
You want the game to be interesting, right? 8 tired people doing the very first thing they can think of will not be very exciting. What a shame.
Did I consider this for a few moments?
Good point. This is why you're the captain.
That sounds like someone entirely different. Okay.
Okay, teams, new plan. I will allow you 10 minutes for strategy meetings. Team A stays here. Team B will meet in the kitchen.
But
Disperse!
Team B got out of their seats and filed past us, and slouching. Nicholas had already begun to lean forward, and even before the door had closed behind him.
I have 2 strategy suggestions.
How are you even awake?
First one is that we go the rounds with 2 people each time on 0, in order to spread the points over 2, increasing their personal pools and hopefully winning the rounds if the other team spread their points over 4 people.
Okay, what strategy 2?
Assume they are doing that and spread out points over 4 people.
So how do we spread the points?
We'd have to play it by ear until we saw the results of the first round.
That makes sense. No point nailing down a plan when there are so many variables in play.
I like the first idea, but one question.
Yes?
What if we lose? If our team loses the game, someone has to die.
I do like the first idea as well. I don't think I've ever seen that yet. At least through the options each time.
Should
right?
we choose who? And agree now?
You can vote, you mean vote to kill one of us?
Unfortunately, we cannot decide it that way. After all, leaving the person allocated 9 points in every round might not win any.
I'll die. I broke the rules. I should be punished.
Again, your enthusiasm to sacrifice yourself is endearing, but that is not how the game works.
Yeah. Either I die, Yoshiki dies. Well, I think like that's what's going to be. If we lose, either we die, someone on our team dies. I think it's going to be Yoshiki. Chances is more often than not it's going to be Nicholas. Or someone on the other team dies.
Am I talking to myself here? That isn't how it works!
Even though you got loud, I missed what the characters... well, Yoshiki's an engineer, he's got 5 skills. I don't, I'll be the one to die. Anyway. But to be fair, time's up.
Teams, your time is up.
But based on how the game does work, I am the captain, so we do die. So,
That was not even close to 10 minutes.
did I appear to bind us?
I got bored.
It was another minute before. Another minute before Team B returned. Then Dai spent the entire time sighing dramatically and pretending to fall asleep. Once Team B was seated, the game began.
Thank you all very much for being here this morning. It's an honor to host this, the 4th deletion game and our first team event. Here's how the game will proceed. During each team's turn, the other team will wait outside. You will get up to 5 minutes to decide on your final
we
point
can't skip
allocation.
this, it's-
All hands up.
Anyway,
Okay.
cool. Well, this balances it out, and Nicholas and Beatrix, I guess. Stick with the first plan.
Is everyone in agreement?
Yeah.
Yup.
Oh, nope.
Is everyone?
Yup.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for your entry. Please exit the.
I had all the games. Okay. Clearly. Team E must have gone in with defined strategy. Must have barely talked at all, but no choice. Went back and sat down.
Why, hello, contestants. I didn't see you there.
I left before continuing.
Both teams have now inputted their selection, and so it is my pleasure and my privilege to announce the results of round 1. And the winner of round 1 is. Congrats, Team A! Your
Hooray.
tablets will now display your team's individual points.
I'm assuming there's like an actual mathematical way to win this.
The suspense is killing me. Let's move on to
seems
round
like,
2. Team A, you are up again. Please follow me.
Because it seems like this is the strategy.
Your 5.
Okay, we start.
Any suggestions?
My suggestions are
2, cool. That's not gonna work. I guess this one.
Your input has been accepted.
Cool. If this is a loss, we're in big trouble.
But we should be alright with another tie. Then both teams will still be at 0.
I do not want to cut it that fine.
If we lose, you and I need to make a tough decision.
Yeah. Don't want to talk about
Team
that. Yeah.
A, please re-enter the playing field.
Cool. What are we getting?
Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors,
Skate Pants.
This
James.
round of the deletion game could not have proceeded without their.
Can we please?
Wow, rude. Do you want us? Ahem. Since Captain Impatience over here insists, allow me to. And the winner of.
Us, right? By the looks of it.
Wah! Team A, you are my hero.
Winning it that
Let's
close.
move on to round 3 then.
Okay, then.
Team A, you are.
Okay. Oh. Let's go, Nicholas.
Your 5 minutes.
We might be safe.
One more round before we can count our chickens, Yoshiki.
Let's go with putting ourselves in the bottom one, I guess. Yeah. We'll save, just to be sure. To keep our teams more beneficial.
Let's get.
15 to 80, no!
Well, I gotta tell ya, this is. But rule. The fates have. Look, if the odds were not.
So we die.
You wanna die sooner? Well,
Cool. Oh, time to get this death out of the way. Airlock. Classic.
And
You be-
What was this? The. Ooh. Give me a hug. Pulled out. Are we handing out the watch? Pocket watch. Let's give it to Nicholas. Nicholas kind of led the team.
I will miss you.
Alright.
We know there's no reason to read this.
Officer
We already
Phillip.
know this. Cool. Anyway, time to load. Let's go with spreading it out between everyone again.
Let's.
Clearly, did not work.
Well, I gotta tell ya.
Guess we have to go to the top one. Anyway, I'll give this to Beatrix. There we go.
Off-
Now we have 2 timelines with each of the twins having a watch. Nice. Means nothing.
Let's.
Anyway,
Congratulations, Team A! And that means,
who are we losing? Shizuka. Damn.
looks like I finally found a game you're not good at. So, how do you want to die?
Elodie had started crying before Dai had even finished the announcement. Kimiko was trying to comfort her, but she realized something terrible was about to happen again.
Come on! Everyone else had to spin the wheel, but I give you the chance to choose your own death, and you reject it.
She doesn't want to die at all.
Well, that's not my fault. Here I was graciously giving her options. I know! Team A! You're the victorious team. You should choose for her.
Could we say old age? If we say old age, then should be fine.
We're not doing.
Just say old age. Dying of not dying. I was trying to think of something. Think of everything I've ever heard about death. You better remember a kind way to kill someone. Something not painful. My mind was a total blank.
No? Alright then. Team A, who was your captain?
You know who it was, Dai. You appointed her.
Just trying to add a little suspense, some theatricality to the experience. It's time for you to spin that wheel.
So we're killing. Okay. When the die appeared, soft hologram. Okay, cool.
You're right.
So it's
We don't-
dialogue
okay.
again. Immediately after have a shout, the wheel begin to a sudden stop.
Well now, isn't that interesting?
It doesn't say anything.
Where'd the suspense be then? But it's a good death, I promise. You'll love it. To the medic bay!
Oh, okay. Don't think we've seen this one before. We all fired out of the dining hall. Team A and B forgotten. The real fight between Dai and the rest of us.
Shizuka, I'm so sorry.
Well, I was team captain, and I guess Dai's right. I sucked at this game.
Interesting. I didn't expect her to be team captain.
No one can be good at a game if the rules are unfair.
I mean, to be fair, the rules were fair. We got the medic bay. It just seems like Nicholas is smarter at mathematics than you are. Would he even count it as mathematics? To be fair, we've got the medic bay, and Dai had all of us line up in the surgical room. I thought it was like a surgical in the shape, even that's circular. Anyway, there was a big glass window where people who would watch the operation.
I don't like this.
Yeah, that's. Oh, we're gonna get CG for this.
Well, that's just hurtful. I do my best to be creative and original, and this is the thanks I get? Now we'll begin in 2 minutes, so better say your goodbyes or whatever it is you people do.
Dai waved her hands in our direction. Maybe if Katashi had been here, there might be she might have had a hug for him, but as it was, she just said a brief goodbye and everyone at once.
It's okay. Guess it's just my turn. Maybe I'll see Katashi and the others.
Hooray!
Of course you
I
will.
think. Did you see her?
Tell them we love them and miss them.
Ugh, this is getting gross. Hurry now, time's ticking down.
Shizuka Himura, you have served this vessel with honor.
Tick tock.
Good game. Well played, guys.
Really going off with the GG.
We all honor you today.
Tick tock.
Salute.
As all of us promptly saluted, Shizuka, her eyes had been looked a little wet, but she wasn't crying. She almost seemed relieved about to be dying.
Boop. Time's up. Shizuka and Nicholas, please enter the surgical room.
Oh no.
What?
You can't do this, Dai.
Oh, calm down. You think I'd kill them both at once? One at a time is way more entertaining. Come on, in you get.
Shizuka marched herself bravely into the room. Nicholas followed her. He looked understandably uncertain about his role.
Congrats!
He's gonna have
As
to
a trained
perform
medical
surgery.
professional, you have the special privilege of being the one to strap her down.
Why not Beatrix?
Plus, to be honest, I just want to judge your bondage game. So, have at it, Nicholas.
That is very questionable.
Absolutely not.
Dai's eyes flashed with rage, but she said nothing. She just stood there and on the side of the glass, glaring at Nicholas. After about 30 seconds, I felt I feel a little funny, like I couldn't breathe properly. I looked around at the others. Aside from Nicholas and Shizuka on the other side of the glass, the whole crew looked like they were feeling the same. She turned off the oxygen. Kimiko was about to topple over, and Beatrix had leaned on the wall for support.
And oxygen levels continue to drop.
Don't kill them, please! I am happy to die here!
Dropping. Still dropping.
It's not down to you,
I'd
Shizuka.
say at this rate, they've got a couple of minutes until it gets really bad.
Shizuka ran over to the surgical bed and lay down on it.
Nicholas, quickly, please!
With the sister and the rest of us being rapidly asphyxiated, Nicholas had no choice but to go with her and start getting her chest and arms strapped up. It took another minute or so until I felt the egg was going into my lungs.
Well, that was a fun detour. Has everyone caught their breath? Literally?
Di laughed heartily to herself.
Now for the real action. We all know how much you love games and unicorns.
Please, if this could be end of like Mr. Tusk.
I call this game Unicorn Upgrade, and you're the lucky beta tester.
Oh no. Oh, that's just gonna be
Surprise!
Mr. Tusk. A robotic surgical arm was ready and swung in front of Shizuka, and resting close to her head, the surgical arm began to drill it a bit. It's kind of drilling bone.
Thank you for your cooperation today, Nicholas. Please direct any complaints to someone who cares. Now out you go.
As much as I like that line, I'm too busy cringing at the idea of what's happening. Suave and collected though he normally was, Nicholas opened the door and all but ran through the door. Opened the door and all but ran through the door. He added himself to the end of the line besides Beatrix.
Welcome to Project Unicorn Upgrade. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the total lack of safety procedures on the card in your front seat pocket. I would warn you to keep your arms inside the vehicle at all times, but that's redundant. Are you comfortable?
Just don't show CG, please. Shizuka seemed lost for words. She definitely couldn't move her body, and she could still express emotion in her eyes and face. I didn't want to watch. Vladimir had turned Melody around to hug him and look the other way. The girl started spinning and began to move. Kimiko saluted again, standing up stock straight, and still as she watched. We all copied except for Vladimir, who had his arms around Melody. Shizuka screamed as soon as the drill touched her. Blood splattered from her face, flying all around directions in a pointed tone and skin on her forehead.
Anyone else feel like this is going too slowly?
The drill arm started moving faster, disappearing in Shizuka's head as the drill. Oh, that is. That's not something I wanted to see. Could have been worse, I guess. Yeah. And then she stopped screaming. And she flopped on her head.
Now that's how you die without dignity.
Nicholas had tried to get back to the surgical room, but Di must have locked the door. And she didn't need someone with hands to help her. So, mechanism, and made the surgical room arm drop the drill as the arm swung away. She was left with a long drill sticking over her head. A stethoscope appeared on Di's ears and pretended to listen to Shizuka's heartbeat.
Well, the surgery was a success in every way. This was fun. Thanks, guys. Stay focused, everyone. A little birdie told me there might be another deletion game soon.
This is not fun.
Just kidding, though. It was me. I told me. It's tomorrow. Toodles!
This is, out of all the CGs, this is the one I least like, I guess. She's beat at the same time and slid through the open door. Vladimir and Melody stayed outside. As the rest of us crowded the room, Nicholas already undoing the straps that tied Shizuka down.
Nicholas, can you please take care of her?
Of course.
I'll be in my quarters.
She didn't even dismiss the crew.
I hope she and Katashi are together somewhere.
I know they are. Only the Vogels stayed behind to deal with Shizuka's body as I went out. It looked like Nicholas was thinking the same as me. We may have won the game, but felt like losing. I woke up early, my stomach churning with a concoction of lingering horror of yesterday's execution and growing dread of today's deletion game. No matter how many times the rounds I made it through, the waiting never got any easier. Knowing I wouldn't be getting back to sleep, I turned the lights and checked the time on the wall panel. Perhaps it wasn't as early as I thought. Any time now, Dai would be...
Already up? You're no fun.
Uh,
Oh, you don't look too happy to see me.
can we just get this over with?
Okay, Grumpy Pants. I've got a very special surprise for you today.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Come along now. There's no time to waste.
This is interesting. Dai led me to out of my quarters into the engineering and maintenance section of the ship. Why were the engineering... Where's everyone else?
Surprise! You get a free pass this round.
Excuse me? Wait, seriously?
That's right. You get to watch the other players compete from the safety of this room.
I don't trust you. Dai swept her arm around, indicating that the walls are the walls of a holographic screen over the room. Each screen showed a different room in the hallway of the ship. I spotted one displaying the dining hall, where the crew members had already gathered. As my feeling of apprehension grew, I slinked back to the door of the engineering thing, but it was already locked. That's not good. Wait, what are you...
Well, time to go reveal today's game to the lucky participants. Toodaloo!
So is it not vampire children? Dai, get back here and tell me what's going on. Dai had already vanished. I walked over the screen of showing the dining hall, which now contained Dai and the crew members. Too many crew members. I counted again, it didn't make sense. Oh, we jumped into one of these timelines.
I'm sure everyone's noticed by now, but I thought I'd make this round a little more interesting by restoring the players that have already been eliminated.
Everyone was there, even the victims of the previous games, the ones whose executions I had already forced to watch. How could they be alive again?
What do you mean restore? How is this possible?
You can't expect me to reveal all my secrets, can you? Now stop interrupting. Anyway, after your rather disappointing performances in the last few rounds,
So are these holograms,
I've
maybe?
decided to step things up a bit. I've noticed a certain fondness towards a particular member of our happy little family
If
recently.
it's Melody.
So, for today's very special round of the deletion game, I'm giving you a chance to show how much you care. The rules are very simple. Last one breathing gets to have their way with them.
Okay, well, what? This is crazy. I didn't agree to this. Nobody else is going to do this, right?
This time you have gone too far, Dai. Executing single crew members was horrible enough, but now you are trying to kill us all at once?
Well, technically, 2 of you would survive.
That does not matter. Nobody is going to play this round. Nobody is getting killed.
Well, I mean, the previously dead people.
Oh, silly me. I forgot to mention. If more than one of you is still alive in 8 hours' time, they get executed.
I mean, common sense. Well, statistically speaking, losing me is better than losing 7 people at this point. No, it would be 6. Losing. So yeah, there's 7 of us left. No, actually, no. People have been revived. So
That does not change anything. No matter who it is.
the captain suddenly stopped talking. Though through the holographic screen, I could see the line of blood trickling from her mouth.
I'm sorry, Captain.
Yoshiki stepped back, tugging a screwdriver out of the captain's neck.
I can't let them die. Not when I haven't even confessed my feelings for them yet.
Yoshiki's the one who took the first strike. Captain Kimiko Yumori's lifeless body crumpled to the slow motion of the ground. There was a moment of stunned silence, and the dining hall erupted into chaos. Everyone scrambled to the door. Kitashi ran straight into the kitchen, rummaging quickly through the utensils and selecting the sharpest one. But his choice of destination was too predictable. On the other screen, I noticed a diminutive figure edging towards the kitchen door. I shouted warnings at the screen, but nobody else. Why are you playing favorites? To be fair, if anything, people should be teaming up to kill the Vogel twins, and I'm assuming their father, right? Because the father was the first victim. Because the 3 of them are just going to survive on their own. There was nothing I could do but watch in horror. As soon as Katashi opened the door, the unicorn emblazoned backpack slammed into his face, knocking him down to the floor.
She is mine! You hear me? All mine!
Shizuka stabbed the horn of her unicorn backpack into Katashi's chest over and over. I turned away and covered my eyes, but the scream still made their way through the gaps in my fingers. Next couple of hours was nightmarish blur. Vladimir drowning Shizuka, Vladimir strangling Yoshiki again, Dr. Andreas punching Vladimir into the matter recycler. Who was Dr. Andreas? Before long, the ones who left were the Vogel twins. The only one, yeah, I thought so. They're not going to kill each
Sorry,
other.
Beatrix. You know how much I love you, but I love her more.
What?
I understand, Nicholas. Believe me, I do.
Before my eyes could follow what happened, a syringe appeared deep in Beatrix's neck. Crying, he embraced her as the lifeless drained from her body.
If I can't have, neither can you.
Nicholas staggered back as his eyes widened to sweetness of scalpel protruded his throat. What's happening? He staggered into a trolley and collapsed with a crash. Medical instruments clattered to the floor around him. He tried to speak, but no words came out. As I sank on my knees in disbelief, Dive hopped behind me.
Well, would you look at that? I guess I'm the winner.
I guess you are the last one standing, so I'm assuming you're gonna kill me now. I didn't hear her. I couldn't move, couldn't think, couldn't save them. They were all gone. Everyone I'd ever known was gone. No, not quite, everyone.
Oh, I just can't wait to.
Without warning, all the lights in the room went out. The screen vanished. And Di's sudden silence informed me that she was too disappointed. In the dim glow of the failing pack of power cells, I could make out a tiny figure crawling out of the maintenance hatch, tightly gripping a bundle of severed wires. Melody?
I did it! I won the game!
She looks demonic. With the ship's power gone out and the oxygen starting to drain from the room, I didn't care. It was just all I wanted to be over.
Now we can be together forever!
Cool. I snapped awake and sat bolt upright. What a dreadful nightmare. As if I didn't have enough to worry about today. Okay, it was a dream, thank God. I took a moment to catch both my breath and my bearings as I realised my clothes were soaking wet. It's to be expected after what I've just seen. Even clapping from the corner of my quarters.
Bravo! What a show!
What are
Encore!
What are you doing to... What? What are you...
Good morning to you, too.
What?
You're so hot when you're flustered. To answer your question, I informed Nicholas and myself that you were experiencing labored breathing and alerted us. And I was the one lucky enough to be there to witness it. Once again, bravo, sailor.
Did you watch or dream? Do you think it's funny?
Oh, sailor. When I arrived, I realized that you were having a bad dream.
Oh, why'd you wake me up?
Well, the answer is twofold. 1, nightmares are a perfectly healthy emotional response to anxiety, and it allows your subconscious mind to express itself and stabilize your emotional state.
Okay.
Watching you toss and moan while sweating through your clothes was an absolute pleasure to watch.
This is creepy. It's just gone from oh, it's creepy to it's a nightmare. Congratulations, none of it happened. To it's back to creepy. Really?
Sailor, it was a win-win scenario. I stayed to ensure that, when you did wake, you would have someone close by that could comfort you if necessary.
I didn't feel that comfortable.
Are you still frightened now? Like you were in your dream?
Do you even know what happened in the dream? I guess not.
You're well?
Peter smiled at me coyly, perfectly happy to claim all the glory.
Now, these clothes are going to need to be washed. And so are you.
Jesus Christ. I will do the former now.
Why don't I put your clothes on to wash while you head to the baths?
Why don't I do something that you don't know about so that you don't stalk me because you're creepy? I can wash my own clothes, thank you very much. Really, that'd be super helpful. You know what, I'll pick this next time since we're at the end. But what a nightmare sequence. Oh well. If you found that as disturbing as I did, hopefully I can see you on the next one. With that, goodbye.